Put it in it.
Wait, introduce yourselves, or if I already did, we could hold it in edit. You are
Alex Berry.
Willie Zabar.
one of these guys is the heir to a bagel kingdom, and the other one is going to destroy YouTube one day.
That's also me.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what you guys do today? This is pretty shitty day.
Went to a appointment with my therapist.
Boring. What'd you do this week? That sounds so terrible.
Shit, man. I don't know. Improv classes?
Have you guys seen the documentary about The Simpsons?
No, Apu? No, I didn't hear about it, though.
Apu. I have no problem. First of all, I don't know why it's called South Asians now.
Is that what they call Indians now?
Yeah, they call Indians South Asians now.
South
You
Asians.
agree with that, Will?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
I feel like that's
Geography.
worse.
It
I don't
is
know.
Like saying that's
Well,
like,
I guess because there's people that are also a lot of people confused for Indians who are not from India.
Yep.
They're from the region around there. I guess people are just trying to find more nuance, but I'm the wrong person to ask for specifics.
I just feel like that just makes them sound worse than Asians. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds like a white person made it
because
up.
what do
Just
you
like a
think
South
of
Asian.
when you think of like Southern American? Pretty shitty people, right?
Pretty shitty.
You know, like the
Well,
Confederate
Southeast
flag.
Asians are pretty nice.
Yeah, you think? Well,
They
no.
make guns for everybody.
Southeast
They do
Asia's
black
is
market.
that like Vietnam?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when you-
Laos,
Laos,
Philippines,
Cambodia.
Vietnam, yeah.
and South Asians, you know, they got the Confederate flag. They're like shooting up, you know. They're like, yeah, slaves, you know.
Slaves.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that?
That is called hindsight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this Asian white supremacist that got arrested?
Asian whites
No.
where?
Yeah, it's the southern United States somewhere.
Of course.
I
Forget
saw
his
that.
name, but,
I
yeah.
saw that video of that topless girl who was trying to attack Bill Cosby. Did you see that?
No.
What?
She's like
Recently?
Yeah, she got naked, and then like the police were coming to Bill Cosby's house to like get him for the trial, you know. And then this lady, she had her boobs out, she was topless, and then she wrote in like red paint like "Women's Lives Matter" on her chest, and then she tried to take down Bill Cosby and got arrested.
Ha!
Interesting approach.
She's
Yeah,
gonna go to jail quicker than Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the funny part.
Do you think the retrial is
I think he's
fair?
fucked.
Yeah,
I think
he's
so
gotta
fucked,
go.
rightfully. I think he's also blind now, which is an interesting detail.
Yeah, it looks like a dog,
like
like an old
80s.
dog.
Fucked.
They should just put him down. You know?
They really
Put
should.
him down.
That should be an option. Literally, imagine you're what is he? Got to be 86 or something.
He's 80.
80.
Solid
Spending
80.
life in prison would just be like a couple
That's what they do to
years.
old dogs who misbehave. They just put them down. Because there's like, you know, no one's going to adopt it.
But he's like $1 million dog. Like $1 billion dog.
Yeah. Or he was, man. I don't know how much. Probably
Yeah.
still has a lot of like real estate and shit, but I don't think it's not like valuable to like agents and managers or anything anymore. He's fucking persona non grata.
He's just gonna go real low, and then in a couple years he'll have like a Fat Albert reboot and make a bunch of money.
He
off
already
that.
tried that. Well, he probably made money off it, but it was
Yeah.
it was a fucking bomb, wasn't it? Didn't people hate it?
The fact that I remember it as a child means it succeeded in some way, shape, or
But
form.
when we were no, this was like 6 years ago,
6 years.
7 years ago. Because there's the cartoon that I remember.
And then there was the movie with Keenan, I think.
Was it really?
Keenan and Kelly.
That's
yeah.
when was the movie?
Kenan
Like
Thompson?
06.
Oh, 06. Oh, wow, so that must have been 20 years
Around
ago.
there, yeah.
Word. Okay, maybe it was our child.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
Glad we got that one out of the way.
Yeah.
Did you mean Kenan Thompson? That guy?
Keenan, yes. The guy who... Keenan Thompson's like a Spike from Degrassi. He's just always going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, all that.
All that, yeah.
He's been doing sketch comedy since he was a child.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know if you could say it longer than any other person I'm aware of.
Do you think he peaked on all that?
No, I
Yeah.
think he peaked in Keenan and Kel. I think he'll never, because his dynamic with Kel, and never forget, he was the straight man in that. He was the serious one.
Yeah.
And Kel was the fucking idiot.
Was Kenan and Kel, did they do Good Burger? Was that them?
Yeah, that they did Good Burger.
That's when he peaked.
Yeah. I think that Good Burger was first a sketch, and then it was a show, and then a movie. Maybe it was a movie, then a show.
I thought it was a movie, then a show.
It was a sketch, then a movie, then a show.
I think it was a sketch first.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a sketch. I think we can
And
all
then it
agree.
was a book.
The novelization
That was
of
a
Good
book.
Burger? I don't think that.
Novelization
And it was,
of
Are you
it was
kidding
a
me?
comic book series.
Yeah.
Then it turned into some graphic novels and some like fan fiction. You know, they took it and turned it into like a porn.
Or some really raunchy fan fiction that then turned into its own movie.
Oh, smart.
Have you ever read fan fiction?
Yeah.
It's all porn.
It is. It's
Yeah.
fucking trash.
It's weirder when it's not porn. Like, it's way weirder when it's just
It's 'cause it's more
stories,
awkward.
just like spec stories for
So
shows
everyone's
that don't exist anymore.
So everyone's trying to be deep, and then it just doesn't play well.
No, you gotta have them fucking, you gotta ship them.
They're like children because they're like writing, but they don't know how to write, so they just make it sexual. That's how fandom starts.
Do you think it's? Do you think they make it sexual just because it's a challenge?
I think comic books should
So
be made
hard.
for all adults.
It's so hard to
everyone
write
should fuck.
like sex novels because you got to make it sound like hot, you know?
Yeah,
You
it's
also have to
nothing
fill a
hot
lot
to
more
read it.
time. It can't just be the fucking. There's other,
Yeah.
it's like flash fiction, slash fiction, all this other
It's like
distinctions.
it's like porn, you know? You're not gonna watch a porn video that's filmed in like a Nokia 2006 cell phone, right?
Production values.
Yeah, production value. It's important. If
Good
you're
point,
gonna
right?
write a sex novel and you're just gonna be like, yeah, he walked in, they had sex, and he left.
There's no
One's over
production
that.
value in porn
Yeah.
anymore. There's zero production value.
No one
in
pays for
porn now.
porn anymore.
There used to be a whole like $30,000 a movie for pornos.
I
Not
don't
anymore.
think
3-point lighting, fucking sound guy with a boom mic.
It's
Oh,
all
it's a real
HD
production.
now. You
Yeah.
can see like where they
phone.
fucked up their makeup, the
Yeah.
the splotches, where they put too much on.
And then you find a good girl, and you're never going to see her again because she's literally just a college girl who did this once. You're like,
Yeah,
real.
sometimes if you scroll through the comments, someone knows her name.
yeah.
I found this great video
You know.
of this young woman, and the porn wasn't the great one. The follow-up video, she was like, "I've found God, and I'm never doing
Yeah.
that again. I thank God that I didn't get any STDs." And just like this like, straight serious thing after she was in like maybe 2 porn videos, one shoot that was in 2 videos. It was pretty funny.
I read this article that was like porn stars are the most likely not to have an STD.
Yeah.
because they get checked
Yeah.
so many times.
You get checked between every shoot, which is smart.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone should be getting checked like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
For real, dead ass. If you're fucking, you should have 3 to
Yeah, at
3 to
least
4
one.
tests a year.
Yeah.
That depends on that all depends on like how many women per like time.
That's
cycle.
true. I haven't fucked since like last year, so
Yeah,
it's
I think
super
every
close
time
at this point.
Your
Yeah,
doctor
I
hates
think
you.
it-
He's like, we both know you don't have anything.
Maybe like every
Yeah.
picture you watch.
He's like, "Are you sexually active?" I'm like, not anymore.
Anytime you get a new woman would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's interesting? I took this human sexuality psychology class in college, and they was talking about how people in long-term relationships are actually more likely to have like to have unprotected sex, obviously, because like
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
So they're saying like people that are like, I don't know if the word is promiscuous, but just like sleep with a bunch of people are more likely to use birth control, use condoms and stuff. So it's like in the same 4-year period, if one person has like 4 1-year relationships but they never use protection versus another person has like 12 partners but they always use protection, by the end of college, the monogamous is more likely to have STDs, whereas the promiscuous person is not, which is just interesting.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're going to be in like 4 long-term, I feel like if you're in a long-term relationship, at least a month in, you should probably know if they have
Yeah.
an
Oh,
STD
totally.
or not.
Hey,
And then,
I
like,
agree.
I feel like whichever one of those 4 long-term relationships had the STD, it probably would have been a year. Probably been like after a month.
No,
You gave me herpes? Fuck you. What?
No, I had chlamydia for like over a year, and I had no
Really?
idea
Damn.
until I got tested because I never go to the doctor. He's like, "Oh, dude, you have chlamydia."
No,
I'm
how'd
like,
you
"Oh,
not know?
dude."
But that's like the most curable one, right?
Yeah, it's
bacteria.
literally the most curable one,
Yeah.
but it sounds like one of the most disgusting.
Chlamydia. Yeah, it's not a
Chlamydia.
good name. It's also really bad if a woman gets that and doesn't
Yeah.
know, because you can get infertile. A woman can get infertile from that.
How do you know if you have it?
You get tested.
Well, sometimes your
That's
pee
it.
tingles,
There's no
other
other-
times you're a
there's
man,
no
so
other
you don't
way.
really feel much.
I don't know. I've never had chlamydia. Did you? Well, you didn't clearly couldn't have known because you had it for like a year and a half.
For like, yeah, so
Did you notice any change once you were cured?
you know what's funny? My pee was either hot or I was like, I'm peeing really quickly. I'm
Fast.
I'm just peeing super fast right now, so maybe that's why it's uncomfortable when
While
I
you're
pee.
like blasting it? or
Yeah,
something?
you just blast it out.
It's
like
the
high
added
pressure.
power of all these little bacteria.
It's like when like you're playing with the hose and you kind of cover
Yeah.
like, the holes.
Like,
or
maybe
something.
that's what's
higher
wrong with
pressure. Interesting.
But back to porn. Have you guys ever seen a porn that like you're jerking off and it just ruins the whole thing?
I don't
Ruins the whole session.
Lately,
You have to stop.
Oh,
you start
something comes up.
laughing.
Yeah.
I was watching this porn and it said friends and I was like, oh cool, it's probably like an orgy. And I clicked it And it is just the theme song of Friends overlaid on a bunch of edits of college kids fucking.
Oh, weird.
But like they're real friends.
Lately, when I've
Friends.
been watching it, I just get bored from it. I don't know if it's like, like just because I do it too much, or like I don't know. Lately, I'll like watch it and I'll start and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
get bored, you know?
It's like smoking weed. It's like I don't need to do this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you smoke enough weed. You're like,
Yeah, it's not a.
Yeah, you've done it all.
I've done it all.
I don't desire to do this anymore. It's just because I feel like I need to pass the time.
And that's what's weird. Where you're like, oh, I can jerk off now. I'm like, you're not horny. Like you're not in the mood. And I was talking to someone recently. Like, oh, like treat it like you're fucking yourself. Like treat it like you're taking yourself out for a date, and then you're like making love to your own body. And then it's like, but then sometimes you're not in the mood, and so you're like, oh, because like maybe not tonight. Like I started recently, like not like trying to jerk off with no porn whatsoever. Every couple times, every other time, it feels so much better. It's just harder. It just takes longer.
Well,
It feels so much better. Though.
It's literally like a hand job and then like a fake hand job.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
You ever know somebody like from your school days who jerked off in class?
What?
No, that's a
Anybody
crime.
ever
No. I felt the urge once or twice.
I can see on the fucking register for real. You can if you jerk off in a public bathroom, even if it's a single person bathroom with a lock on the door, you can become a sex offender from that.
Even if it's somebody like under 18?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure.
No, like a 9-year-old could be a sex offender now. It's totally
Yeah,
doesn't
really?
matter.
Well, I mean, like, first of all, if a 9-year-old like abuses, I don't know the system that well, but there's a thing where like people have like taken like underage people have taken a naked selfie, and they've gotten caught with a naked photo of themselves, and they are the one that gets charged because they are in possession of child porn. So like, it's wild, but it's like you can't. No one's like immune. Like no one should be doing any
crazy. I feel like there's a crazy gray area.
Yeah. Like, hey, here you have a picture of your own dick, little 9-year-old fucking pedophile, go to jail.
Oh shit! All right.
I guess they're trying to discourage those kids from creating it and then putting it on the internet, and then like actual predators find it and then like want more and shit. Like I see why, but it's like I forget who it was. There's this actress who was in this movie in Britain, and she had like a topless scene. But, like, I guess, like, maybe, like, she was 16, but you had to be 17 to see the movie, and they wouldn't let her see the movie she was in. So she wasn't old enough to see her own tits on TV.
Ha.
Or on the big screen.
Weird as hell.
Fucking,
Yeah.
What was the movie called again?
I think it was, like, some kind of Romeo and Juliet production,
Oh, yeah.
which there's a million of, but
That is crazy.
he's just looking for 16-year-old tits, dog. Fucking
Damn.
we edit that part out.
Oh, yeah. No. I forget I'm 21. I can't.
Yeah.
There's a kid in my high school that he'd like put his headphones in during class, and then like he'd tap his he'd tuck it in and then like tap his foot to the beat of the music.
And that would get him off?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Same class every time.
He came to the beat of the... Was he autistic? I don't know. Jesus Christ.
They are, like...
It's crazy though, but you have to. I feel like you have to be
Audiophile?
that in sync to like be sneaky about it. You know.
He must have had a really small penis then. To be super sneaky? No.
Also, like, going down the side of his leg, and this was what...
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
See what I mean?
Wow. Guys, I just proved that I have a small penis. I know the logistics of that are all wrong to me.
Isn't that crazy?
Whatever, dog.
It's crazy shit.
It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
Man, this podcast is going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is great. It is my first time hosting and doing the podcast. So, I am going to quit comedy now. Totally made it. I'm going to quit now after this. Go out when I'm on top. Never see me again.
I really want to just
not
like
committed to your
congrats.
dream.
Just like anytime someone jokes about quitting comedy, I'm always like, don't joke about that. Dog, you're fucking teasing me. It's like someone be like, I'm getting married. Just kidding. It's like fucking like I was about to congratulate you on this great life achievement, getting out of this toxic fucking industry. I love comedy. Book me, hire me. I'm not dissing the fucking industry, but to be it is 2:40 p.m. We are in the back of a bar.
Yeah.
We have nothing better to do.
Except ourselves, apparently.
Yeah.
Just fuck ourselves.
But we could be, and we chose not to. We chose it would be a better idea to come to Auto Shrunken Head than to give ourselves like free dopamine.
Think about it this way: somebody who wants to be a chef is washing dishes in the back of a Denny's right now
Yeah.
And they're listening to this
because they don't have anything better to do.
We're inspiring that one guy named Angelo.
It's the same thing. It's the same process, same road.
It is.
Like somebody in business is working in the mailroom right now. Wants to be a CEO.
That's a really positive way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And I think I want to just acknowledge I was kind of jumping on the comedy sucks circle jerk bandwagon just there for a minute, and I want to pull back on that a little bit and agree with what you said because in a couple of years, guys, this tape is going to be worth something. People are going to be like,
no, it's not going to be worth anything. It's
it's a comic book. It's not going to be worth anything.
Mark Zuckerberg, when he worked in the mailroom, the mail that he touched is not going to be worth more than it was.
That's fair, but if he had a diary, he didn't just quit college and just start Facebook on someone else's code.
It's not like he starts a blog I worked in the mailroom at the UPS office. Oh shit, man!
Counterpoint.
I will give you $10,000 for that advice.
That's fair. Counterpoint. The film Julie and Julia. Are you familiar? It's about Julia Child, famous chef. And then Julie, who's a food blogger, and then they made a movie about it, but you can go back and look at her blog. And the blog is now, when you say worth, maybe not monetarily, but it's interesting archivally to be able to look back on it because it inspired this movie. Anyway, someone will probably misarchive this and no one will hear this.
Oh, it's like how slavery inspired all those films about slavery. And how slavery is super valuable now or something.
Yeah. You mean the documented series of events that happened a long time ago?
Yeah.
That inspired all the movies about slavery?
Yeah, the same way,
You mean the things that actually happened to inspire all these movies?
Well, no slavery.
You
know what I mean?
I had a thing, but now I don't know how risky it is to say it. But it's kind of like how the Jews inspired their own Holocaust. See?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know if they did that.
I don't think it was. I don't think you can blame us. I don't think you. That's a bit victim blaming for genocide.
This is
If the Jews didn't want to be killed
Come
for
on.
being Jews, they
Come
shouldn't have been
on.
Jews in the first place.
Come on, guys,
Right.
take responsibility.
God, stop making
I do love that's. It's better than Holocaust denial. I love the theory that the Jews did it to themselves.
Stop making crackers and calling it bread. Stop with the lies.
Well, it's unleavened.
You
It's
ever read
unleavened
about
bread.
the flat earthers?
Yeah, dog.
Fucking
Their
idiots.
society?
Did you hear about that guy who's a flat earther and he built his own rocket?
I heard that Kyle Irving is a flat earther.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
Yo,
It's just a shame.
What is something wild? Speaking of going back to the Holocaust for a second, I saw a construction worker on the way here that had a Nazi symbol on the back of his helmet, and he was clearly bald with a goatee, American History X style. So I wasn't going to confront him about it.
Yeah, but he just got out of jail.
Probably. I looked at
those guys.
tattoos.
They pressured him into it,
But it wasn't like Iron Cross, vaguely which is a German symbol. It was the SS, which is
Have you ever thought
exists
about,
nowhere else, only Nazi.
Like the almost lightning bolt looking SS.
Yes, the runic S's.
Have you ever thought about what if somebody who's not racist at all goes to jail and then he's he's there for 6 years and he's like, man, I got to join a team to have my back.
Yeah.
The easiest one to get into is the neo-Nazis. Yeah.
Brotherhood Nation or whatever.
That's
that's actually
all you have to do to get in is be like, hey guys, I hate black people. You know what I mean?
And I'm white and I hate black people.
Yo, I don't know, man. That's I understand that
easiest
more.
thing in
But
the
this
world.
is his. He wrote this with a Sharpie. This wasn't a vestige of a poor decision 12 years ago. This was the shit that he carries, puts on the outside of his backpack every day when he gets on the train. You've seen this shit, and that's him. And it's fucking Union sticker, 9/11 never forget, the SS.
We live in a world that's diverse, and we have to accept everybody.
Yeah, even Nazis.
You know what I love about guys like that? These monster men, almost.
Yeah.
I love when they have a little daughter and they're the sweetest thing to their daughter. I'm like, that is so. You killed 50 guys and you have a Nazi symbol on you, but you love Haley, that little stripper. You love her. It's so funny.
The Nazis had kids, man. Fucking Goering had. Not Goering, what am I talking about? Whatever.
Holy shit! Enough with these Nazis, guys. What was the last joke?
No, you can't blame the Holocaust on the Jews and then.
No, you're
You
right.
can't make me. I have a new policy where
He's done being silenced.
If a non-Jew makes me think about the Holocaust, I'm going to make them think about the Holocaust for a while. That's my policy. I'm
For like double the time they made you think about it.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
That is fair.
But I'm always thinking about it, so.
I feel like you can blame almost anybody for the Holocaust. You know, be like, you know what? The people from Ethiopia, they weren't even involved. So you know, it's like what?
Alex
They didn't
Jones.
even do
Wait,
anything.
whoa,
Right.
that's a
Like,
really
you know
interesting
what I mean?
angle, because here's the thing. Mussolini tried to invade Ethiopia right before World War II. Mussolini was aligned with
There you
Hitler.
go. They wanted Ethiopia. Ethiopia said no. They went, never mind. We're going to go for Europe.
Yeah, Italy lost to Ethiopia, and no one talks about
So
it.
Ethiopia caused the Holocaust.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go as far as to say that.
Indirectly.
Even in that direction.
Listen,
there's a
you
lot of
gotta-
Ethiopian Jews.
Listen, you gotta distribute blame to the people
Evenly.
who deserve it.
No, you just got to blame Germany and act like it's not like a human problem, it's a German problem.
No, I love how broken Germany is as a country.
Is it though?
Yeah,
More so than-
yeah, they're a little weird. They're
They
a little
are so
weird.
happy. They got their festivals. They got their.
It's like
their
a-
good leaders now.
It's like they're on medication
nice
all the time
presidents.
now. It's not real to me. It's like you went through something so you have like 2 generations just gone. You people are just like happy drinking beer. Fuck that. I don't believe that. You people are fucked up in the head.
Well, no, dude. That's
From
the
World
thing.
War One to World War II, like they're totally broken.
Well,
They're
we
really
broke them because we blamed the entire war on Germany and gave them these massive reparations.
Well, they believed.
Yeah.
They believed in themselves when they were doing it,
They believed in themselves in World War One, but like,
which still killed off like 2. Holy shit! This is so serious for a comedy podcast.
is it a comedy podcast?
Is it a comedy?
I don't know.
Think of doggity. So,
Maybe
anyways,
we should talk about
fucking this Holocaust thing, right?
What's the deal with the show?
What's this with this Holocaust thing? This fucking.
I stand by my remarks.
There was
That's
like
right.
there was actually a few Holocausts throughout history. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's also the thing. Holocaust exceptionalism is
can't-
not good. This genocide's ongoing right now.
Yeah, no matter which one
But everyone like
was
forgets about.
arguably better.
What?
No matter which one was arguably better. Everyone, when they say Holocaust, and by better I mean official.
Well, we give it the name.
The Holocaust.
Pretty sure, because the Holocaust. I mean, it's like a word meaning like a great loss or like a loss in a fire.
Yeah, but we
so
only
genocide
think of it-
already existed. So that's the Holocaust.
So this okay. The Jews have
There's
the
a lot of-
Holocaust.
The Holocaust.
Everyone else has a Holocaust.
No, everyone else has genocide.
Oh, a. So they have their.
Well, it's like
There's
there's
a lot.
other examples like
there are genocides that are a lot worse than World War II.
Well,
Like when the Spanish Inquisition when they went to the South Americas, they
Yeah.
killed everybody. That
Yeah.
was-
It's also not only-
I don't think we should be going and be like better or worse because that's what people are like. Oh, slavery.
We're rating the best and worst Holocaust today.
top
List
top
ever.
10 worst genocides.
Well, it's the same fucking thing.
Let's talk
It's the
about
same
Christopher
flavor.
Columbus for a second.
Dude,
all right?
that's massive genocide. Fucking Hispaniola, dog.
What?
That was the thing. He like worked them to death, which is like, and also disease played a huge part in all of this shit.
Yeah, smallpox blankets.
Yeah, dog. Fucking.
That's
Yikes.
crazy. That is mean.
Yikes.
Yeah, dog. That was the
That
British.
is
Though. That
mean.
was Jeffrey Amherst did that in the.
Oh, you guys are cold? No problem. There's some blankets.
Oh, what? They got a little smallpox. Whoops, doozy.
It's amazing.
No, dude. There's fucking genocide happening all the time, and it's like a human thing that
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be going away.
Okay.
But the problem is, as Americans, we like, oh, it's like a German problem. It's a thing that happened once, which is bad. It's not a good way of thinking about it because it happens all the time. Happened here with the Native Americans, fucking not super long ago.
No, even though for some reason there's a statistic that's saying Native Americans are the most successful minorities in the country.
Yeah,
somehow.
all the casinos.
Well, if you
Like based on just their numbers, like ratio wise or whatever.
interesting. Well, I mean, I guess of the number left, and then how many like
Yeah.
tribes
Yeah.
run successful casinos. Like, I guess the ratio of wealth to the number of people left, that makes sense. But you have to compare that to so many Native Americans living in like
Yeah, and those
worse
shitty
poverty.
reserves.
Just like the alcoholism rate, just like abject poverty, nothing going on. Where it's like, and also not every tribe has casinos and can have those businesses, and also just it's like I don't know, it's really fucked up, and not people don't talk about it enough. But like this country, fucked consciously and actively fucked over the Native Americans in pretty much I don't know, I want to say unprecedented because again we're comparing genocide, but like this country was built on the bones of Native Americans.
Soviets. Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
trying to recover from that one. That one's at least number 3.
Yeah.
Which brings us to
Thursday.
number 2.
Yes.
The Soviets.
Guys, I heard, I want you guys to tell me if you guys believe this or not. But China
Yes.
secretly has superpowered children that they're turning into soldiers.
I mean, don't we?
No, I think China really has superpowered children.
Well, when you say super powered, you mean
Like there's a CIA
biogen-
document, allegedly, that came out saying China experimented with kids, and like kids who like could see in the dark and levitate and like turn things on fire or whatever. And they
I don't
confirmed a couple thousand, and then they studied those kids for like 40 years.
Sounds like the plot of Logan.
It kind of sounds like Super God, like no one knows comics.
I don't believe that at all.
Here's the thing. I would believe that they were looking into it because even the CIA looked into some wonky shit in the 60s, like trying to control people's minds with LSD and like making women jerk off dolphins and shit. Like this all happened.
Making women jerk off.
Yeah, they like wanted to see if humans could communicate with dolphins because they were obsessed with acid. They were like,
and then those dolphins told all the ocean dolphins, and that's why they love us so much.
No, I think dolphins are just rapists in general. But this was a good example where they were like they made this woman live with a dolphin in like a flooded home, and like they both would do acid, and like she would have to manually stimulate this dolphin.
That's weird.
So like we've looked into a lot of crazy shit, and I think that it would make sense that other intelligence agencies and countries have done the same. But in terms of like, there's a difference between looking into the possibility of pseudoscience versus like confirmed magical children. Like
Fucking powers confirmed. Invade China. That'd be a great.
trying to confirm for Smash Bros.
That would be a great like '80s sitcom. Just like a girl and a dolphin in a flooded house taking LSD all the time.
That'd be fun.
Just,
It's good. It's research.
how old are you, Barry?
I'm,
Alex
20,
Barry.
I'm 22.
You're 22.
24.
You're 24. I'm 21. We're all millennials here.
Yeah, we're young.
No one's going to listen to this podcast.
Thank
because we're all
God, right?
millennials. It's so good. Holy shit.
The first time I was on Jimmy's podcast, I was terrified like saying something wrong and like ruining my life.
Really?
Yeah, and then like no one listens to it. But,
Yeah.
but then he's like, it's on iTunes, it's on Stitches, all these different places. I'm like, oh shit.
The thing is
Like,
that it's always going to be there now.
It is always going to be there, but it's so poorly. I don't know if I should bring this up because I don't want it to change, but the metadata is not there. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't tag all the comics in each post. So, like, if you search my name, you'll never find the Jimmy's podcast. You'd have to do some fucking research, like cross-reference Instagram posts to like the day that he posts the podcast, which I'm just banking on people not doing so they don't hear my half-baked 24-year-old ideas.
I think we'll work on that. Make it easier to tag people.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't
well,
have
you
said
shouldn't
that.
have
Why
said
did I
it.
really shouldn't
Shouldn't have
have
criticized us.
Whatever, just do it going forward. Don't do this one.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say anything bad, I don't think.
Alex, you,
I seem to recall you saying the N-word a
this guy?
couple minutes ago in bad context, and I disagreed with that. I did not.
Wait, did you really say the N-words?
Yeah, you didn't hear it?
No, I'm
You kind of
so...
slipped it out.
My
Like,
mind
we're talking about the
body.
Holocaust. I said the Columbus was number 3 at least, and then he was like, yeah, and then N-words, and I was like, dude, I don't agree with that.
I'm so used
That
to
is-
saying it and hearing it that I didn't catch it at all.
man.
I didn't
Yeah,
catch
you gotta, if you want the truth, you gotta check the tape.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
shit.
listen back to the podcast.
You know, being around all these comics who arguably are white, there's probably like 6 more minutes.
Yeah.
Last thought, couple thoughts.
Yeah.
You guys make me feel self-conscious about saying the N-word, and I don't like it. All these white comics around me make me feel self-conscious.
Just say it.
I know, I do say
You're
it.
not gonna get in trouble.
I know. Because I'm the only one who could arguably say it most of the time in that group.
That is an interesting dynamic.
It is.
May I ask you what your background is?
I'm Puerto Rican,
Puerto
and I
Rican.
live in the projects, and all my friends are from Brooklyn.
Word.
So, and all my other friends are Dominican. So, I could say anything. What about you? What are you? White? White Jew?
I'm white. Yeah.
White?
I'm
White
Caucasian.
Jew?
Definitely white
I'm
Jew.
Caucasian.
You're Yakubian.
So you saying that I'm white really offends my racial heritage,
That's a shame.
and that makes you a racist. So
That
you're
does
gonna
make me
have
a
to-
racist.
You're gonna have to
Right.
pay some reparations for that.
I'm going to have to pay you reparations?
Yeah, man. Unless
You-
you want to take this to court.
Take this to court. You're going to kick me out of my house in like 6 years. And I will be an endangered species.
That's
so,
your time.
that's my
Listen,
testimony.
Your Honor. I may have been racist, but this guy's gonna gentrify me out of my neighborhood.
Like, legitimately.
So, what are you gonna do about
My
it?
bodega actually shut down for a week and renovated.
Yeah.
And now it looks a lot nicer, and it's very scary.
I don't think my
I'm
bodega
scared.
likes me at all.
Well, because they don't know you, and they know who
No.
you are, though. What about you? You don't even have to go to a fucking deli outside of your own ever in your life.
Yo, I really don't. I
That's
mean,
beautiful.
I mean, I like that you. I was thinking about this other day that you know your way around a bagel.
Yeah.
There's an ongoing debates on Jewish Facebook right now about white Jews and are white Jews just white people or are they white passing minorities?
I think Jews are minorities. I saw this Jewish guy.
Why is there so many subcategories for?
Well, because I saw a Jewish guy
Well,
legitimately
why is
get
that?
stopped by the cops and cry because he thought they were going to shoot him. So then that made me realize that's such a genuine feeling for this Jewish white guy that he has to think he's a minority. Just like a really financially well-off minority.
That is
Numerically speaking, Jews have to be a minority because we're only 2% of the U.S. population, 0.2% of the world population, and I think like part of man in a tight uniform with a firearm can bring back a lot of memories of the Holocaust and like Russian persecution for Jews. But it's less about like a subcategory. Think about I like to think of it like South there's like white South Americans, there's like white passing Latin people, and it's like you can't just say that they're white and like you can't take their culture away from them, but visually they have white privilege in this country. As do
10 years. What's that? That website you go on, you find out all your
Ancestry.
Ancestry.com is going to be $1 billion industry because everyone's going to have to carry around these papers that show exactly where they're from. So it's like, hey, are you a minority? Check this out.
It's terrifying.
Listen, my family's from Scandinavia, and I'm 2% Brazilian. So
Let's do it.
That is terrifying. Sincerely.
Hey, Billy.
and that's what it's going to turn into.
Going, guys.
Look at
And
people.
you're going to have to fill out those job applications that says, are you white, Hispanic, Latin American?
The same way you can't call
gonna list-
Indians South Asians because
Yeah,
that's
it's just all
disregarding a
comes full
whole
circle.
It's just
a
gonna
whole
list-
unique
it's gonna
culture.
list 267 countries. You're
Yeah.
going to select which ones you're from.
All right, guys. Well, guys, we have a crowd now. This was fun.
Yeah.
Leave your name, number, and message after the tone. Let's go, guys. Yeah. Where can we contact or find you guys? Stalk you guys.
You can find me at Alex the Berry on social media.
Yes.
I mean, Willie Zabar.
Find him at the bagel place.
Find me at
Zabar's.
Zabar's. I don't usually work there. Or on Instagram.
All right. This is the People's Mic. Get the fuck out of here.